He's Matt Barkley, the USC quarterback, joining us here in the Man Cave. What's the reaction on the streets of New York? People know who you are?
Not really. It's kind of traffic hour right now. Busy people getting to work, and I haven't really been out on the street a whole lot. A couple fans in the hotel that I'm staying at. A couple Trojans actually said hi, but it's the East Coast. I don't think too many people know who I am.
What about West Coast? If we were walking around, pick a spot. If we're downtown LA,
yeah.
Santa Monica.
Yeah. There's Trojan fans everywhere, and even normal people. If I put on a hat and sunglasses, then I'm cool. But if I'm out normal, usually people stop me.
I can see that the shoulder, you're favoring it a little bit here, but considering the injury, any long-term effects with that injury?
No, doctors are saying it's a degree 1 sprain of my AC joint, and so there's nothing long-term that'll affect me into my future, which is good news. So just trying to get it healthy as soon as I can.
Okay, could you play this weekend if you had a big game?
No, I couldn't, and it's not healthy yet. I've started to do more and more weight training, just trying to strengthen the joint and the muscles around it, but not now. And so it's kind of like you kind of got to keep progressing and see. So I can't even say when an actual date when I'll be healthy is right now.
Describe the injury though. As soon as you got hit,
I knew something was wrong.
You did?
Yeah, I knew it was a sharp pain. I'd broken my collarbone my freshman year of high school, and it felt pretty similar to that. I just felt this whole right side was just on fire. And so I thought I broke my collarbone at first, but then they were pressing on it. That didn't hurt, and so they realized it
kept moving, and then they go, does it hurt there?
That's the spot.
Yeah.
That's the spot. So
Sun Bowl, you expect to play?
I'm trying to play. Yeah, absolutely. Trying to finish out. I have a great respect for finishing, and so that's the plan. And hopefully I'm healthy by then. If I'm not, then so be it. I'm going to try to get back and rehabbing as much as I can to try to get back, but time will tell.
But what did the doctors say about trying to rush it back?
That's the thing. If it's close, they kind of caution me and saying you don't want to rush it back, because even if you can move around and throw it, that doesn't mean it can take the same impact as it had in the past. And so if it's close, there's a gray area, then I might be careful. So I love my school USC, but my shoulder is the number one priority.
But no surgery though.
No surgery, which was key. Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself this year?
Learned a lot. Learns that it takes a lot. We all strive for perfection, and in a sport where that rarely happens. And I came back to try to do something special with with a special group of teammates in a special school. But unfortunately, things don't turn out that way all the time.
But at what point did you say this is not going to go as we planned?
Well, after the Stanford loss, none of us expected that. We didn't see that coming. And so that kind of hit us as, all right, we're keep moving on from here, but it's going to be different than we expected. And so I kind of learned to rely on your teammates, rely on the guys that you're with, and not kind of listen to what everyone else is saying. You got to take that into consideration, what people perceive you, but at the same time, you got to realize that you're the ones that are going out there, doing that work.
He's Matt Barkley from USC, joining us here in the New York City Man Cave, Dan Patrick Show. But whose expectations were higher, yours or the media's?
We always have high expectations, but I really do think that the media kind of expected us to win by 50 points every single game, and in that stylish fashion, and it didn't happen according to plan. But we at USC, we always have high expectations of playing in those great games, playing in those bowl games, and sometimes when there's added pressure from the media, it can get to you. And I don't think it ever got to me, but as a whole, as a team, I think it did kind of affect us ultimately.
Any regrets about coming back?
No, not one. And I'm not the type of guy to look back and doubt myself, or to think twice over something like that. And I have learned a lot this year about hard work and how much it does pay off, and how much it takes to to exceed. So haven't questioned myself once about that.
Confidence level, where's that?
High.
It is.
It is. Yeah, it is high. And I know this year didn't go as planned, and I got some in a sense work to make up, but I'm 100% confident in my abilities, going into this bowl game, and then after that going in the NFL, preparing for the combine and all that has to offer. I'm really excited for that next phase of my life.
But do you look at yourself as a top 10 draft pick?
I think so, yeah. And who knows? I'll be looking at what teams are falling where, and you always have to see where that ends up. But no doubt about that in my mind that the physical capabilities to do that, and my experience at USC, 4 years playing, I've learned a lot. Play a lot of football, which I think will pay off.
As far as the best team you faced this year, you single that out?
I think Oregon. Their offense. Their defense. We did a lot of work against their defense, but I've never really seen, and it was surprising to see Stanford kind of shut them down. But their offense against us was unbelievable, like clockwork. Just every single drive going down and scoring. It was something incredible.
How tough is that though? No matter we could put up 50, and that may not be enough.
It was tough to kind of deal with that. But just knowing their system and how efficient they are and how many plays they get off, and Kenyon Barner had an unbelievable day. They were one of the top teams, and I think Stanford's defense though was one of the top defense that we faced. That
I
front
keep
seven.
telling people that seven, that's
get
as good as
after it.
anybody in college football.
They are. Chase Thomas and some of those other guys just real nasty, and they beat us fair and square.
Anybody talk trash to you?
A lot of guys talk trash to me.
Like what? For instance?
On the field you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
get it off the field?
Oh, that's an understatement. But
What do you mean, like UCLA fans or
now UCLA fans?
who gives you? Oh, yeah, because they beat you. But who gives you
But-
grief, and what do they say to you?
On the field, it's usually just I kind of tune it out, to tell you the truth. They'll be talking probably words I can't repeat on this show, but just kind of smack talking either after an incompletion or something, or even if I think it's the funniest when people talk smack after we score, and they'll start saying.
But who gives you the most? What team gave you the most jump?
Not really one team in particular.
Oh, there had to be. UCLA didn't give you a lot of talk?
They were yapping, but I'm never really in the mix. I'm throwing, or I'm and I'm always looking back to the sideline, so I can't really waste my time when and getting involved in all that stuff.
If you had a Heisman vote,
It's tough. I think well, first of all, I think Marquise Lee has done a great job this year. I think I have a lot of respect for Manti Te'o and what he's done with his team. But if you look at Johnny Manziel's numbers, I think they're pretty incredible.
Can you imagine if he had gone to Oregon?
Yeah, it would have been unreal. And
Well,
so
they got a good quarterback there now, but Manziel in Oregon's offense?
Yeah, that could have been
Pretty scary.
Could have been good.
Okay, how good is Manti Te'o? Because I have to cast my Heisman vote in about 15 minutes from now. Now, I already have my mind made up of who I'm going to vote for. But what did you think of Manti Te'o?
I thought Manti has been placed in a great situation to succeed, and their defense has done a great job of forcing turnovers, of putting teams 3 and out, and a lot of those linebackers kind of funnel plays to him to allow him to make plays, and he's taken advantage of that. And so I think he's deserving of all the credit that he's got this year. He's actually back here this weekend for the same award, the NFF award, and but he's done a tremendous job.
So you give it to Johnny Manziel?
I think he's deserving based on past winners and what his numbers are. Yeah.
Now, you're in New York, the NFF annual awards dinner. You want to explain what that is?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. It's a pretty special event. Just who's going to be there. I think it's the College Football Hall of Fame award as well, inducting former players and everything. And I'm part of one of I think 13 players who've been awarded based on their football play, but also academics and what you've done in the community. So both of those community service and school mean a lot to me, and so it's quite an honor to be here.
Did you have any fun this year?
Yeah.
You did?
A lot of fun. A lot of times where I wasn't having fun, but for the most part, the season wasn't about coming back to have fun, but I enjoyed playing football. I think, if you're not loving what you're doing playing football, then you got to get out of it, and I'm still loving what I'm doing.
Lane Kiffin coming back next year?
Yeah.
Monty
is that a question or is that a?
That was a question.
Yeah, by the looks of it, Monty, he's leaving, and which was I was surprised by, but at the same time, he's got one of his pedigree, in the NFL. I think that's what suited him best, and coming back to college was kind of a difficult situation, but I learned so much from him just hearing him talk about the days in the NFL and hearing what he had to say. A lot of respect for him.
If you could beat Notre Dame or UCLA, which one would you take?
I'd say UCLA just because of the close connection between LA and the school we have.
It's going to be so rough.
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
they're never going to. They got a whole year to be able to give you grief.
Yeah, 2 out of 14 years. And
is that when you give the fight on? That's the 2 wins out of 14 that they've had.
Could be that.
They're going to give you grief, though.
Yeah, and they deserve to, and they won the game, and nothing we can do about it now.
Are you going to throw? Are you going to have a pro day?
Yes, most likely. Yeah.
And you'll throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all stuff we have to figure out. When that'll actually be and what that'll look like. But yeah.
Will you go to the combine?
Yeah, I'll go to the combine.
Why are you so soft-spoken today? Normally we have you and you're playing the guitar and you're singing and everything's good. You're in here and you're very quiet. You got to act like you're at the line of scrimmage here. That's what this is.
Barking out signals?
Yeah, give me a play call right now. A difficult one.
Difficult play call.
Yeah.
Let's go explode.
No. We're at the line of scrimmage now. Now, would you?
Well, in the huddle is
okay. Give me the huddle.
In the huddle,
okay.
you're tight knit. You don't want to scream too loud.
Okay,
to where the defense can hear
so
you.
Don't yell, but just
but you're
be authoritative.
You're assertive.
Okay, all right. Wait, okay, what are we doing, man?
Let's go explode to empty right. Explode to empty right. Z short. 67 saw. Double smash Z up on 1-on-1.
Now, what does that mean?
It's going to be an empty set, so you got 5 receivers out there, and we could do it out of any combination of personnel. So we could have a fullback in the huddle and a tight end, and still explode to empty to run it. It's a passing concept, just your classic smash route, with the corners on the outside and the hitches, and
basically you're throwing it to Marquise Lee.
With the receiver running up the middle.
Yeah, you're throwing it to Marquise Lee. It's really what that play is.
That's what that play is designed to.
You could just simplify it. Marquise, get open, I'll throw it to you. He's great.
It happens, yeah. He's special.
I thought he might have been the best player in college football this year.
He did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, pretty incredible. You guys didn't have a good enough year for him, but everything that he was able to do, I thought he was unguardable.
Yeah, at times no one could stop him, and he I think added a lot to our offense. I think at times though, I think we focused too much on him as a team, and we took away from other great playmakers like Robert and our tight ends who are phenomenal players, to where defenses saw that and just kind of overcrowded Marquise, but he still managed to make plays, but I think we could have done a better job of utilizing other players.
Have you graduated?
In a couple of weeks, I'll be done.
Didn't you take one class?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a computer forensics class. It was fascinating.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. Fritzy's got a computer that always breaks down because of the websites he goes to. So maybe if you can, I don't think we want forensics on that computer that Fritzy has right there.
Definitely not.
No,
I would appreciate if Matt doesn't use his expertise on my computer.
And you told us last year that you thought there was a chance you were going to the Vikings. You remember that?
No, but
yeah, you did. Yeah, and we have it on tape as you saying that you thought the Vikings were going to take you.
I never knew who was going to take me. That was probably a guess.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like you knew something there.
Well, no, they took Matt, and so I've been talking to him, Matt Khalil, about his season. He loves it. He loves it back there. But who knows?
Does it matter where you play?
I don't think so. Once I start looking into that, what possible teams I could go to, I think then it'll make a difference. And as we near the end of the NFL season, what teams are possible teams that I could go to, then I think it'll make a difference. But for now, my focus is not where I'm going. It's, how great I can make myself before that combine.
Did you hear Jim Mora's comments on the show when I was asking him about USC, and he said he didn't give a rat's ass about USC?
Well, I mean, he's the rival coach.
Well, no, but I was asking him about the players that he saw who he projected as, good pros because he's a former coach, worked at the NFL Network, and he said, I don't give a rat's ass about USC. I'm focused on Stanford. So just to let you know, if you hear somebody say I don't give a rat's ass about USC, it's from Jim Moore.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. You dressed up, too. A little overdressed, too.
Hey, I'm in New York, dressed to impress.
I thought you would have your uniform on.
No, come on.
Would you ever wear your jersey out, just
Never.
walking around?
Never.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
Never.
Because nobody would, like if you wore it out, even in New York, like somebody go, well, that dude looks like Matt Barkley, but he would never wear his jersey out. Eye black and the whole bit.
I never wore my Letterman's jacket in high school. I just never want that.
I would do it just as a spoof.
As a joke?
Yes. Just walking around. Walk around UCLA's
get a
campus.
makeup artist and get a different face or get brown hair or something. And
No,
walk around
just walk around UCLA's campus and just get the reaction from people.
Last year I should have done that.
Tell the song girls we said hello. We love them.
I will.
Yeah, we love them.
Definitely.
All right. Are you still getting married?
Eventually.
Are you engaged?
That's the plan. No.
Are you going to engage football-wise, like at 50-yard line, like Colt McCoy did?
I doubt that'll happen. Yeah, I still have to make plans about that. But
You need some help with that?
I got it handled. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be... Look, you did the Christmas ornament for Lane Kiffin.
Which you still probably want a copy of.
Well,
huh?
we wanted to have one for our tree. Didn't you promise me one of those Christmas ornaments?
The original was
Well, I know Kiffin won't give it.
handmade.
Yeah, I know.
He probably won't give that up. So hopefully we can try to make a copy of it. But it had
That'd be nice.
had original pictures on it, so I don't know if we can try to find. Where
Okay,
those will be.
if you're that creative to announce you're coming back for your senior year, you got to be really creative to get engaged.
Oh yeah, it'll be big time, and that'll be between me and
Nobody
my
else is going to be
girlfriend.
involved in it.
I don't know.
Like the
Yeah.
Trojan band?
No, I don't think she'd like that.
Okay.
That'd be too much.
Well, it's great to see you. Thanks for
Great to see you, too.
stopping
Thanks
in,
for having me on the
and good luck when you go to Jacksonville.
Appreciate it.